Surviving Reality contains explicit content full of snark and sarcasm that may not be suitable for all audiences. Listener discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome to Surviving Reality.
I'm Corey.
And I'm Carly, and this is Married at First Sight. This is going to be Season 20, Episodes 7 through 9. And we're going to have to split this into two parts.
Yeah, what happened last week, you guys? We tried to go straight through. Ended up talking for like 2 hours, so we're going to break that up a little bit, okay? Yeah. So that way, we're just going to split them up by couples. So it's still episodes 7, 8, 9 for, the collective idea here of what we're talking about, but then we're just breaking up the actual individual couples that we're going to be covering into part 1 and part 2. So just a heads up on that.
The other new thing is we are dropping these episodes quicker.
Right. On Patreon.
And the main feed.
And the main feed, because the main feed's going to get them on Fridays now.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yes. Instead of it was Wednesdays.
Yes.
Now it's Fridays.
Yes.
The day after the new episodes drop.
Okay. Yeah. There you go. I don't know. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it, too. So we'll see how
New
it goes.
episodes drop on Peacock on Thursdays.
Yeah.
You guys will be getting these on Fridays.
On the public feed. And then if you're listening on the Patreon, you're getting them, I don't know.
Thursday evening.
Well, yeah, I don't know what time, though, because I think technically, after 12 o'clock noon Eastern time, sometime.
We'll have to double check
sometime on that. Something like that.
Either way, you always get the episodes early and ad-free over on Patreon.
Right. That's the point.
Okay. So these episodes are called Drama on the Menu, Romantic Sparks and Question Marks, and Time to Confess. And these are all new formats because we are having the experts secretly watch from a green room as the couples meet and have dinner.
Okay. Episode 7, Drama on the Menu. That was just the couples meeting up for dinner and the experts listening in without their knowledge. So
10 out of 10.
Spectacular.
Love that.
That's what we want. We want more of that. Episode 8 was kind of like an older version of Married at First Sight that we may have known, where it's like some meeting of friends or going back and meeting the family again of one of the, people in the couple.
I love, though, how they're only showing us, like, the good stuff.
Yes.
Because, again, old Married at First Sight would have been like, all 7 couples must go meet a friend of the family.
And it's not interesting for everybody. So just show me the ones that are good. Leave out the rest. That's fine. If nothing really came of that, if it didn't devolve into anything that needs mentioning, then I don't need to know about it. Don't tell me.
Just show me the drama.
Just show me the drama.
The drama, the sparks.
And more couples therapy stuff, because then that's sprinkled in as well. Because then it's not just these, you're going to meet up with these people who are outside of the relationship again. No. We keep checking in with the professionals. This is strange new territory for us on Married at First Sight. It's still very unnatural.
Do you also agree, though, that it feels like the experts are not just here to provide more guidance, which has been much needed,
right?
But also to stir up some drama?
A little bit of both. I think.
Start some fights.
Well, because
push people a little bit more outside of their comfort zone.
I think the general casting has had an impact too. Like the specific people that they were casting. Adam and Marissa popped to mind because for the group therapy one, because then that ends up being episode 9, mostly the focus of all the couples coming together for group therapy then. Fantastic. Great concept. You have Adam where he gets kind of checked in that episode.
Loved it.
Love to see it. But I think they did specifically cast Adam where he can be checked, because think about some of the crazies that they've had on Married at First Sight in the past. If you tried to check them in a group therapy situation, what hell would that have wrought?
Do you remember Brandon? Was that his name, Brendan or Brandon, who was married to the girl who looked like Beyonce?
Yes.
That dude would never have been able to, been accountable in a group therapy session.
No, absolutely not. Yeah, he wouldn't even show up.
So I guess that's like us giving Adam some flowers.
Sure.
It may be the first and last time.
Okay, yeah, because if that's where we're starting with giving Adam flowers, let's jump in there.
Yeah.
Let's jump in with Adam and Marissa.
Marissa.
We'll kick things off with Adam and Marissa. And he's making dinner. He's making a signature dinner in our household, the grilled cheese and tomato soup.
Mm-hmm.
So knock it for what you will. I mean, it's not like the sexiest thing to make, maybe.
I was surprised he was making that, though.
Okay.
But then I was like, okay, I guess there is protein in cheese.
Right.
I loved when they trolled them, though, because the first shot was just like a steak sitting on a plate.
It was not even a steak.
What was it?
Just a hunk of meat
was
on the
it a
counter.
statue?
I don't know what
Was
it
it
was.
there to be cooked? Because they didn't even have that.
They didn't have that. No, that wasn't part of the cuisine for this evening. Don't know what menu that was going to go on.
He just has to have hunks of raw meat hanging around.
Because he's a man. And yeah, that's a manly man. Needs his meat. Yeah, he's got to have that tender meat around.
Red meat and jet skis.
Red meat and jet skis. I love ripping jet skis and ramming meat into my mouth. That's what I love.
Big question here at the beginning. Would they have dated in college?
No.
He didn't want to say it.
He didn't want to say it.
Yeah.
She knew the answer because she was like, if we had, though. And he's like, yeah, probably.
Why even bring it back to college? Because you guys almost went on a date, what, like a couple months ago?
A few years ago, maybe?
Yeah.
He lost.
And you didn't.
He lost your number?
I think that's your answer right there.
I think that tells us everything we need to know.
He's also trying to claim that, like, I'm a relationship guy. Ever since I was 18, I've wanted to get married because that's when my mom and papa will let me inherit their fortune.
My mom and papa booted me out of the nest before I was ready, and I needed to fall into
the backyard boathouse.
Yeah, I needed to fall into the bosom of a loving woman who can accept me as I am, a party boy. Yeah, who just wants to rip jet skis and have the vibe, you know?
Rip jet skis and rip bombs. Let's be honest.
Well, we haven't talked about that much, but I think you could probably assume.
I think he makes an exception.
It's very natural.
It comes
natural
from the
process.
earth.
Yes, that's what he's
That's
into.
what he would say.
Or he is insufferably on shrooms. Would be his other natural.
No, I think he's California sober. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That makes sense.
That's Adam.
Okay. But they're still clocking this. Marissa's like, we get along so well. We're still in the honeymoon phase.
She's starting to get annoyed with him.
Can you count this as the honeymoon phase if you haven't actually like progressed at all? This is more like a stagnation phase.
That's funny because usually people have a relationship before they get married and then they have a honeymoon.
Right.
Right. And then things are great for a while. The newlywed phase.
Sure.
You guys didn't have a relationship before you got married.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, this is like they're perpetually on a first date that never ends.
That's what it feels like. That is what it feels like.
And we're never getting any deeper. We're not trying to get to know each other anymore, like, because we're not really sure.
Yeah.
Are we going to ask each other out again? Are we going to ghost each other? I don't know. We'll find out 6 weeks from now.
Decision. We'll leave it to decision.
Well, it's 4
day.
weeks from now, right?
Or whenever.
They've already had 2 weeks.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's probably right around this time.
That really feels like not a whole lot.
Not a lot.
Right?
No, and no growth and no development, no furthering your knowledge of this other person or plans together or envisioning the future, any of that stuff.
To be honest, we really don't want to get to know each other much more than this.
Mostly on paper, it's just ripping jet skis. That's it. That's all I had. That was the only agenda item for the entire marriage. Rip jet skis. Full send.
So do you... That's pissing me off too. The amount of times he has the same words that he says over and over again.
He does full send and Felipe does
and full send.
Cooked and full send. He does full send. Felipe does let's go, which then I was like, oh, he needs to hang out with Zach from Welcome to Plathville. Zach and Lydia. Let's go. That was like his whole mantra.
Oh.
That everybody was like, you
that.
got to dial that back. You can't keep saying that repeatedly, sir.
They would love to come in here and be experts.
Oh, Zach and Lydia?
To tell people how to be married after 1 year of marriage.
Mostly spending time in your prayer closet.
And avoiding your family.
On your knees with your spouse.
Okay, let's go to the couples dinner.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so this was all of episode 7. they're making an entrance here, I suppose.
So Adam's wearing a flowered shirt that looks like it's straight out of that 70s show.
Oh, it looked like it was very heated polyester. This was like a Temu special.
Oh, he's sweating.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
The whole room smells like his back, his
Back sweat?
Axe body spray.
His pew dew. Oh, gross.
He must always smell just like sunblock. You know, like he just got off the jet ski. Salt water.
Briny. Yeah, he's got a briny
An
smell.
ocean brine.
Ooh, yeah. He's been
He smells
stewing
like a
in
can of sardines.
Ugh, yeah.
Yeah, the polyester only magnifying it.
Cooked, as he would say.
And then he's got a hat on that has pheasant feathers in it.
Okay. See, at first, the experts saw him coming in. They were like, what is this? What?
That was everybody's thought.
Well, that was everybody. I thought the same thing. What's going on? What do we have here? Then other people started coming in, and then he was explaining to them, and I was like, oh, he has a conversation piece. That's what this is. He doesn't know what to talk about. He doesn't want to talk about his relationship with other people, so he just needs to dress so ridiculously that people can't help but ask, what's
They
with the
must
getup?
comment on it.
What's with the getup?
What's with the hat?
What's with the hat? That's what it comes down to. It always comes back to what's with the hat, for sure.
That's a Sister Wives deep
Well,
track.
deep track, yeah, obviously.
Also, we're going to be revisiting Sister Wives episodes over on Surviving Sister Wives. So if you've been waiting for that, it's coming.
It's coming, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The most egregious part of the whole thing to me is the tags that he keeps leaving on all his clothes.
Yeah.
Are we planning to return them?
Is this a Lisa Barlow accusation that we have flying around?
He's banned from Nordstrom, just like Lisa Barlow.
How many Lisas did we reserve this table for?
Yeah.
We can only handle one.
You can't ever walk back in a Neiman Marcus ever again. Oh my God.
No. Okay, the experts are clocking this though. They're like, okay, is he peacocking? Is he like, he's literally wearing pheasant feathers on his head.
He's not really taking this seriously.
Maybe
right?
that's it. That's what they're starting to be suspicious of a little bit. They're cluing in on that. Maybe.
Like, you're just now picking up on that.
Maybe you guys should have asked better questions in the interview process here. Plus, just the way he presents himself hasn't been great. Holistically, through the whole process, I would say.
It's really been irking me that for the past few episodes, the experts have been upholding them as like these amazing examples of people who are really getting to know each other.
Hitting it off.
Vibing.
The
vibes have been immaculate.
Right. According to the experts, which, questionable. Questionable at this point.
So that's what they're also telling the group. Everything's good here. Like, we're enjoying being around each other. We're jet skiing. We're eating grilled cheese. We're not really having deep conversations, though.
That's the one thing that Marissa really longs for, is going deep. Yes. That has not been happening.
Okay, so she was also talking to Courtney at one point about how she doesn't like to have deep conversations. So the light stuff is where she enjoys being.
Yes.
But even she is starting to get to the point where she's like, are we ever going to talk about something more than just, my pickleball lessons?
Yeah, the training regimen that's assigned for me for the week.
Yeah. Can I ever express anything that like I'm interested in or a need that I have?
Or struggles. Struggles that I'm facing or things that I'm dealing with, things that I'm working on.
Wouldn't that make you feel like you couldn't talk to him about this because he doesn't take things that seriously?
He's not making space, though. Like,
he
that's
makes
the whole point.
Jokes of everything.
Right. Yeah, you have to be careful what you bring up, because then that was another thing that Marissa's so confused about. She's like, I can never tell when he is joking, when he's not joking. So then even when she wants to try to talk about something serious, but then he starts joking, so then she just laughs along with him. And that's why this feels like a perpetual first date. This feels like 50 First Dates. Yes. Adam Sandler, Drew Barrymore. Okay? Like, that's what this is where it's just, we're constantly going through first date process and never getting anywhere. It's a lot.
I don't think he's ever going to open up to her. I don't think he's capable of that.
He hasn't mentioned Mama and Papa. at all. Like, have we talked about that? Have we addressed the fact that your parents weren't at your wedding? Why aren't we talking about that? Why are you not asking about that, Marissa? I'm upset with Marissa on this chunk of episodes here.
I don't know if I can blame her.
That you're not asking about where were your parents on your wedding day?
Well, I mean, how many times are you going to try to have a serious conversation with someone and then they deflect to make a joke out of it?
Then that needs to be addressed directly. To say,
she won't do that.
That's what I'm saying. This is where I'm losing my mind, is when you're just going to let this guy keep weaseling his way out of these conversations.
See, that's where I feel like, though, them introducing this group dinner and then later the group therapy.
Yeah.
I think the purpose of this is also because there are people like Marissa who are on the show who end up not wanting to ever push the other person.
Right.
And so at least either the other couples or the experts at some point will say what's actually going on.
Somebody's going to check this guy. Somebody needs to check this guy. Marissa's not. So
someone else has to speak up.
Tag
and do it.
in. Yeah, anybody. Pick anybody and just please do that. But we also get the reality TV requirement scene of they do the painting of each other.
Yes.
So like that has been the staple for the past few years.
A very big trope.
Yes, we've been seeing a lot of it in pretty much every show. And so this one is... It's a different experience, though.
One of the worst that I've ever seen. The painting that Adam did, Marissa.
Okay. He did her dirty. For sure. I don't know what was going on.
The skin tones of both of them.
All right. Well, hers was like, when she did his, it looked like a Simpsons version of Adam. I thought it was going to say, like, eat my shorts on there. It was like the Bart Simpson version of Adam.
Yeah.
And then,
I mean, close to life.
When he showed her the one that he made, nightmare fuel. The teeth. Did you feel better about mine than that I did of you after that point?
I did, to be honest.
Okay.
I mean, like, I felt like the size of the teeth were a commentary on hers.
You know what bothered me most that we didn't even mention? Because she couldn't get past the teeth. She was like, is this what my teeth look like to you? The nose. The nose looked like something horrific.
Okay, but I will say...
demonic, even, I would say.
Noses are notoriously hard for people to
They're
paint.
difficult.
Yeah.
It's not easy. But what he did was criminal, I would say. Like, that was just unacceptable and unforgivable in a lot of different ways. But they laugh about it because
we're still
she has
pushing
nothing
down all emotions.
She has nothing else to do. She can only laugh, whatever, deflect, just leave that behind. There you go.
So the other things I think she's not being honest about, he's coming over to see her place.
Right.
And she's worried that he's going to be underwhelmed by it because he lives in this fun playground, right? With all the jet skis, the boathouse with the axe picks in the ceiling.
See, I thought that she was going to be more afraid because this is a direct, whatever, a 180 from the lake house aesthetic.
Yes.
This is complete opposite.
I was like, Marissa, when can I be your roommate? It was clean. It
was very clean, very organized.
Minimalistic.
Very neat, minimalistic, but modern. And I mean, it's in a downtown Seattle high rise. So like you could not get further away from having like different ends of the spectrum of what these homes look like and what that experience is.
Does he think that she's going to move into that 1-bedroom boathouse?
That seems to be his plan of operations that he's laying out here with his friend who he keeps joking about does not have a home and lives in his living room.
Who's not going to move out?
Who's not going to move out?
Even though they're married.
You're just going to move in.
Yeah.
So he actually has seniority too because he's been here longer. So sorry. That's just
the way it works.
That's rules of the
He also
lake
gets
house.
to take the jet ski out before you.
Yeah, right. And then don't touch that one because that's Mama's. And then that one's Papa's. So we can only use mine. I bought that one with my own money. So Mama and Papa
let me borrow theirs.
They can't take the keys away from me because I paid for that one with my big boy dollars.
Oh, God. She's not being honest about the fact that she doesn't want to live in that boathouse.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. She said that she can commit to it for a year. That's longer than I'd be able to.
Oh, I feel like the only reason too was she was like, I'll save a lot of money,
Okay.
you know,
Right.
because Mama and Papa
Foot in the
lowered
bill.
the rent
Yes.
when they got the hole in the thatched roof.
Well, yeah, there might be some repairs that need to take place before we move in.
Yeah, we're not paying rent until you fix that.
Right.
Slumlords.
Yeah, come on. I mean, there's a standard of living that we need to uphold here.
He can't get in touch with them.
No.
They're in Switzerland.
Yeah. The cell phone plan, they didn't update
Alpine skiing or something.
Something. They're doing something somewhere.
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know. Do they exist? Haven't seen them. Haven't had eyes on them.
I don't know. I think there's a good chance he's been collecting their social security checks.
Yeah, we're getting dangerously close
Yeah.
to a Mitch McConnell situation going on here.
Other problem, she does not like his cat.
The cat. The cat causes issues here.
Which we knew from the beginning.
Yes.
Because this is a big issue for him, was that he needed somebody who was okay with his cat, and she's not really into them. She's allergic to them.
To be fair, here was her stipulation. I'll take an allergy pill for the right guy. I think she's determining, is he the right guy whom I would take an allergy pill for? Because I have not seen her taking any allergy pills.
I still haven't gotten on my daily Zyrtec yet.
No.
The only moment that I thought was endearing of Adam was when he was cocooning the cat.
Oh.
When the cat was laying on its back.
Uh-huh.
Cradled.
Yeah.
In his arms.
Well, like swaddling.
Swaddled, yeah. That was adorable.
Okay, yeah.
That was it.
That was all?
That was it.
Okay.
Beginning and end.
Good.
He was silent, too. And I think it was more so the cat.
Right.
That I was drawn to.
Well, and that was also like after he was like patting himself on the back for such a great job of giving Marissa a massage, even though when we asked her about it, then it was like, yeah, I couldn't relax because the dog's on the bed right next to me. The cat is climbing over me. I'm feeling very uncomfortable.
I think there was cat hair all in the massage oil.
Oh, probably. Yeah, he pet the cat. I was like, you're getting oil all over the cat.
Disgusting.
What are you doing? You're going to have to give everyone a bath now. It's just turning into a whole thing.
Yeah, this woman's going to eventually crack. And it's going to be bad.
It'll be bad.
Like she's going to pop off.
Well, it's one of the two of them. Because like Adam's getting everything that he wants right now. Where this is basically on his terms. So it's how long until she breaks? Or is he going to just say, I'm bored and move on to the next thing? I guess that's where it comes up, because what would he have to be upset about? I don't think we have anything that he would be upset with her about
There's
yet.
nothing so far.
Not yet.
He hasn't expressed really many complaints about her.
No, I don't think so.
I have a theory, though. So he walks into their group therapy session with his shirt unbuttoned.
His butt unbuttoned? His butt unshirtened. That's what happened.
Oh, I'm talking all kinds of backwards today. I think that he is trying to show off his body on national television in case, not in case, when this ultimately goes downhill.
Yeah, they're not making it through decision day.
He just wants to have a ton of Seattle puss lined up.
I think that's the main goal. He's auditioning.
Yes.
Right now. And so then that's what they were very confused about too. So the experts, though, when he came in and sat down, because then he did button his shirt up before he sat down, but he came in with it completely unbuttoned. And Paul was like, I'm going to need you to dial that back. Okay? Because there's a lot of funny, silly slapstick Adam that's going on here that we did not meet in the interview process. And it doesn't seem like you're taking this very serious. Because, like, today...
We don't like this version of you.
Right. So and he's trying to say... Well, he's trying to say that this is the authentic version of himself that he did not show as part of the interview process. Sir, I disagree.
Yeah.
I don't think this is authentic self.
Oh, I don't think so either. It feels so forced.
Yeah.
You know, we've had people who are quirky on this show before.
Right.
And it doesn't come across the same way.
No.
I kind of think that he didn't realize how uncomfortable it was going to be in front of cameras like this and how much they were going to probe him to share personal stuff about himself.
Yeah.
And so this is like his defense mechanism.
Correct. So that has been a lot of their interactions. the experts were able to check him on it here in episode 9, finally, to say, stop doing that. You are deflecting because you are avoiding vulnerability. So he needed to hear it because it's true. That's spot on.
I don't think it matters if he hears it, honestly.
I don't think it matters either.
I think
he was
he's surprised
still doing
that they called him out on it.
He was still doing it. I mean, but that was the other thing too, with the casting, to know, okay, if we do check him, he will back off. He will play along with what we're expecting of him because he wants to stay on the show.
Yeah.
He needs to keep auditioning. That's what's going on.
Maybe he'll be on the circle next.
Because, well, what drove me nuts, though, is when they did finally say, okay, vulnerability time. Vulnerability, turn to each other and actually have a deep conversation in front of everybody here at group therapy, since you guys haven't done that yet. And Marissa goes into a whole thing about her dad and how he was never there for her, and he has narcissistic personality disorder and all these different things that she's going into. And then Adam's like, oh, yeah, it's...
I'm really glad you shared that with me.
Well,
full send.
Way to go full send on your dad with the sad stuff.
Yeah, there was no like, I'm so sorry you experienced that. Or even like connecting with her on the level of like, I'm not very close with my parents. Like he didn't reciprocate by sharing anything about himself that was personal.
No, because then what did he say in his? I don't even remember what it was. Because as soon as he said it, I was like, I'm pretty sure, one, you've already talked about that. You've already mentioned that. And then two, like, yeah, that was not at the same level as what was just shared. So like,
it still feels like she's opening up more than he's willing to open up.
Yes. Yeah. And then, like you said, yeah, there was no common ground or like any deeper connection that was derived from sharing that.
I mean, I guess we'll see if they're able to do this when they're not in a group setting.
Right.
Because I do think that's really difficult when you're in front of a whole bunch of people who you barely know.
The cameras.
And
the cameras are, nerve-wracking.
Well, think about that room. You've got two people who are positioned as experts.
Yes.
Who are providing commentary, and they are reading him.
Oh, yeah.
Like they're picking him apart.
He got clocked as soon as he walked in the door.
And then you have a group of other people who you kind of know to the point that they're comfortable enough to comment on your relationship. And now you're being asked to share something personal about yourself when you really won't even share that with somebody who you've spent 2 weeks straight with.
Yeah.
I don't think there was any chance he was ever going to do that.
No. Probably not.
But I still don't think he'll open up to her even after this.
No. And I think she's counting on, maybe once we get off camera and then we have some real conversations. No, I think it's still going to be a lot of avoiding, a lot of deflecting, a lot of joking that still steers away from this, because if you're going to let him get away with that, he's going to continue to do that.
When she said that her dad was a narcissist.
Yes.
I am just waiting for her to maybe identify some traits in Adam that feel a little too familiar.
Put the dots together. Yeah.
Make her uncomfortable.
Maybe we'll piece some stuff together. Maybe. But at the end of group therapy, if it was decision day, they would both say yes. That is what we learned, which shows the terrible judge of character that both of these people have.
I don't think he's being honest.
I don't think she's being honest.
I don't think she's being honest, but I also am not really sure that she thinks too deeply about things.
Right.
Like, I'm not sure she's leaving that therapy session shook at all.
Well, she's afraid of going deep. Like she had talked with Courtney too. It's like, I don't like thinking too hard because it's scary in there, man. Like, yeah.
My prediction though is that she's losing patience with him.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she's getting tired of the first date, perpetual first date.
Yeah, that energy, and then making everything a joke when she can't read whether or not he's being serious.
Tell. The sense of humor is too dry.
It's becoming frustrating.
And so, yeah, there's no way to know. And even if she says, well, I don't think we've seen her stop and say, no, I'm being serious. Like, let's talk about this.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying is he is just seeing what he can get away with at this point. And right now it's a lot. Like there's way too much slack that he's running around with.
Well, let's take a quick break and then we'll come back with Devin and Caitlin.
So Devin and Caitlin, honestly, I was wrong about Devin. I think I was wrong about Devin.
Okay, because you didn't like him
I
at
did
first.
not like Devin. My initial gut reaction was I was like, this guy's not getting married for the right reasons. This guy has no idea what's expected of a real relationship here. He has emotional intelligence that I was not prepared for.
Yeah. I feel the same way about him.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know, I feel conflicted because I'm like, am I being too hard on her versus him? And why is it that I feel that way?
Oh.
But I do think that, like, when he is commenting on other people's relationships within these episodes, he is doing a good job identifying what is going on with them.
Yeah.
So then that makes me wonder, like, is he able to apply that to his own relationship? Or is she really just like the boulder that's in the way?
Okay. Yeah, it feels like right now that more of this is on Caitlyn. But what I'm saying is, like, I don't know if it's lack of effort on Caitlyn's part or if it's just a timing thing where she's a little bit slower moving on this. Devin is very coachable. He's a professional athlete. So when experts provide their official opinions to him, he's able to take that and then run with it. Literally. Like, that's what he's doing as part of their relationship. So he was able to make advancements.
He was able to pivot quickly, and then she's struggling.
And she's still working on it.
I don't know. To your point about, like, is it just a timing thing? I think to some extent it is for her, but I also don't know how much she's willing to change.
That's the hard part.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell based on the footage that we have, because then are they just playing into this of, are they not showing all of the effort that's going into it? I think she's feeling like, I am going way outside my comfort zone, but then I'm not getting credit for the level of input that she thinks that she's providing, right? Like, she thinks she's doing more, but then for him, he's still like, this was like a blip on the radar in terms of what I'm actually expecting or looking for, type of a thing.
I think that they need to be more clear about what their expectations of each other are.
Yeah.
Because it feels like when it was laid out for him, he changed his entire approach to the relationship.
Right.
And she has made little steps. And then she's like, well, look, I did this.
Yes.
And I think she wants it to be acknowledged, which is why she's pointing it out. But also, it is such a little thing that I could see why he would feel frustrated that he's so easily adapted.
Big stuff.
And she is not.
Yeah, because, like, I think he's feeling like he's sacrificing more than her.
He is.
And
that's my opinion.
Seems like that has been the case. So that's what's making this difficult, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is where it's like, yes, it appears like he has shifted his needs and kind of adapted in the situation.
Shifted his needs or, like, completely suppressed his needs?
I think he's making do with what he has available to him, but it's not ideal.
Yeah.
That's not what he would expect.
Well, let's go to the couples dinner.
Okay.
So they come in and same thing we just said, right? Like, he has listened to what the experts had to say. He's changed what he's done.
Yes.
And she's feeling so much more comfortable.
Yes.
She's like, it's been 2 days since we had that meeting with the therapist.
What an improvement.
Or the experts. And I already am feeling so much better about things.
Right.
And he's like, okay, well, I'm dying.
Yeah, because, but, like, it's been a struggle.
Yeah.
Like, if we could speed this along, because I think patience was going to be his challenge. That was what I was expecting.
Right.
Because even in the therapy session that we saw in the last chunk of episodes, he was looking for he was providing additional stuff for her to work on, and we hadn't completed the first set of stuff that he was hoping that she would work on. So, like, I think he's throwing a lot at her constantly, and she's getting overwhelmed.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there's, like, an element of shutdown that's happening too, where she doesn't know where to begin. She feels like even when she does try to work on one thing, like, that's not enough because there's always something else. So, like, there's a level of criticism, I think, that she's taking it as.
Yeah.
And then that's making this more complicated.
I do think they need to talk to him about that because I would imagine, and I don't want to make excuses for him, but I would think as a professional athlete, you're used to being critiqued in that way.
Right.
So
Different
doing
experience
that
of
to other people, maybe you're not realizing that not everybody takes feedback in a constructive way.
Yeah, and it can be a lot. It can be overwhelming. It can be, it can have a negative impact on what you're trying to do. So like, don't pile on, I guess would be the advice more so.
Because they haven't said that to him yet.
No, nobody has. Nobody has.
Yeah.
So I think the experts did do a pretty good job of like checking in on, there's some couples where it seems like, oh, this is the person that has a lot of stuff to work on. And then they're doing a good job of checking in on the other person. Cause I think that was with like Nick and Courtney.
Yeah.
Where a lot of people were encouraging Courtney to like get on board. And then the experts, I think it was Dr. Lisa, who was like, but Nick, let's check in with you specifically. Like, how are you doing? So hopefully they're being as attentive in this relationship where it's like Devin is doing a lot. He's trying to accommodate as best as he can. But then we still need to check with Caitlin because I think there's a lot of stuff that happens internally for Caitlin. And we found that out in some of the episodes in this batch here, where it was like some of the stuff that she was saying, I was like, uh-oh, this is red flag things that she's saying about what her expectations are with the relationship and what she wants from a partner type of things. And it was just like, whoa, I don't know. But she was talking about in this episode for the couple's dinner, she was talking about like pushing herself to give and receive compliments more. She's bad at receiving compliments, which, I mean, I get it, but like...
Do you see, though, how that doesn't feel like... I mean, I know that that's hard, right? If you're not used to that. But it does feel like such a small thing to be like, well, today I told you that you looked nice.
Uh-huh.
So, like, that was big for me.
Right. Yeah.
And it's like, okay, well, I'm used to a partner who is affectionate towards me and, wants to spend time with me.
Yeah.
And I'm adapting to giving you all of the space that you want.
Okay. I think some of that came out in the group therapy episode where when she was talking about that, where it was like, oh, I want a partner who can keep me grounded and I can get very flighty and I can do all this stuff and spacey and whatever. And then the experts were like, that's not something that your partner should be doing. If you want those things, that should not be the responsibility of someone outside of you. Like, you need to have some personal responsibility there.
That was so concerning because it sounded like a few years ago she had like a mental health crisis.
I don't know. Well, yeah, what she was talking about, what she was describing when she explained that about how off the rails she was or whatever the description that she gave. And it was like, I'm sorry, what was that part? Like a few years ago you were, what?
It sounded like she had a lot of anxiety and she was experiencing panic attacks.
Yes.
And so now she's saying she needs her partner to be like a grounding place for her.
So what I got from that was that it was sounding like she found a way to, because she was referring to like, oh yeah, I like a calming place to kind of retreat to. And I want him to be that for me too, to be this like safe place where I can come back and do this. I think Caitlin figured out how to self-soothe by just shutting down. So she needs to go be alone and then wait for those feelings that she has, those overwhelming feelings, to dissipate. Not fully analyze them, not try to find the source of where that came from or what that reaction was linked to. No. I'm not looking to do any of that stuff. I just want those feelings to go away.
I want to disassociate for a little while.
Let me check out. Okay. I'm trying to check out. So I think that's her alone time, is her processing. But she's not really processing because she's just kind of
decompressing by avoiding.
Yes. And so Devin doesn't do that because he says, how was your day? And she says, oh, pretty overwhelming. And he goes, what happened? Uh-oh. Now we're talking about the things that happened that set me off. I don't want to do that.
Do we go to therapy? Caitlin,
This is what I'm
because
saying.
it feels like you would hate therapy, given the fact that like what he's talking about doing for you is just talking through things, having a conversation.
I think that's scary for her. So
Yeah.
that's what we're realizing here too, is because I think she said something else about she just wanted to get married to have somebody. Was she the one who said she wanted to get married to have somebody love her? I think, or who was that?
I don't remember.
I can't remember now.
Now, I'm wondering if when she's saying that she wants somebody who could be like a grounding force for her,
Mm-hmm.
that like I'm questioning what she really means by that.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. Is I think she wants somebody to like be there while she dissociates, and they're just like body doubles with her.
My fear, no, she doesn't want somebody to body double with her.
Well,
My fear is that what she means is I don't need somebody to add to my stress in my life.
Oh, okay. Well, and then like if you, well, not even that. I was going to say like that she worries about him bringing in his complications or stuff that's going on in his life.
No, I
don't
just think
he's
she's
brought anything to
stressing.
her.
I think that he's stressing her out
Yeah.
by having his own needs.
Challenging. It's
Yes.
challenging.
Yeah.
And then she wants to avoid it. Yeah,
Mhm.
she's trying to get away from this. So there was just like certain ways that she was describing things in the group therapy session. I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
There were some red flags that were flying around for her specifically.
I kind of just feel really bad for him.
Because
Because it just felt the whole time as they were having that conversation in group therapy, like she was kind of like, yeah, well, if he's not going to be that for me, then I mean, that's what I'm looking for.
But like,
Doesn't it feel like she's just always ready to be done?
oh, I guess, yeah, like that this isn't working out. I think she's not realizing. I thought that he wasn't going to know how much work goes into a marriage. And then now I'm starting to think that she's realizing like, uh-oh, this is a whole lot of work and other stuff that I don't want to do.
I'm not sure she even really wants to have a relationship with someone.
Yeah.
Like, I think she would love a long distance relationship where she could check in when she wanted to. She's not being pushed to have like any form of affection or intimacy with somebody.
Well, yeah, from a physical sense, yeah, just
Yeah.
the distance. Maybe she would feel safer with that being a component where it's, yeah, the distance is factored in.
I get that this experience is a lot, and then also he came in being a lot, right? I do
Yeah.
want to acknowledge that.
I
Like,
think it's he scares her though, like not in a
Yeah.
not in like a threatening way of any no,
No.
like emotionally.
yeah,
He is dialed in, tuned in. I think he knows when something's wrong. When
she doesn't like that.
She doesn't like that. I think that's all very distressing for her too. Is that he can clock in and dial in on things, and she doesn't like that. It's scary to her.
She does not want somebody to read her when she walks in the door
No.
and be like, "What's wrong? What happened at work today?"
Right.
She doesn't want that.
She doesn't want that because she doesn't want to talk about it.
She wants to pop in her AirPods, go to the gym,
Yeah.
come home, eat dinner, take a shower,
Watch some TV.
maybe
and then
spend
go-
10 minutes together.
Yeah.
Like, be done with it.
Right. So this is a lot. This is a lot for her to take on. It's not what she expected because I don't think that was what she had on her radar at all for this sort of experience. What I didn't like about him meeting her friends, because we did get that scene where
Yeah.
he went to her cycle class and she was instructing for that, which obviously he's a professional athlete. He was able to keep up for that. So no rhabdo or anything. So that was good.
I still think it's crazy that she teaches cycle.
Right?
Just because her personality seems so subdued
Yeah.
that, like, the idea of her, like, being able to bring up the energy in a class, being
Yeah.
the one who's at the front instructing everybody, just
Maybe that's why she needs
It's not
so much
connecting for
alone
me.
and quiet alone time for Caitlin.
teaching too many cycle classes.
Too many classes. Yeah. Too many hours in the studio there for cycling going on. It's a lot of energy that's being expelled. So she has nothing left when she gets home. She needs to recharge.
So he met the other black cats in her pack, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Or cats packs. What are they when there's a group
okay,
of them?
Sure. All right. Okay.
Because they're like, we're the same as her.
Right.
So I'm like, well, that's not really going to help with perspective, right? As far as like
Oh, yeah.
the struggles that they're actually having, where he wants to spend more time with his partner, and she's like, please leave me alone.
And then
Because they're
obviously,
leave me alone people.
who are they going to side? Yeah, who are they going to side with in that scenario? Clearly, we know the answer to that. And the part that I didn't like was that as soon as he stepped away, they start kind of ripping on him, mostly for the hair, where it was just like okay. Like, I get it. See, for me, it was more the sunglasses at the wedding. Like, that's what I was going to rip on him for.
That was bad. The fact that nobody said, you're about to get married. Take the sunglasses off your head. They're going to be in all the pictures.
Don't do that.
It's in the video. Like, no.
Because it's weirder to
You can wear them any other day.
It's weirder to wear them on your head. Like, it's not even like, oh, it was so bright, I had to wear them because I go. No, like, you're not even using them. It's just
they're not an accessory that goes with a wedding.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Even if it was bright out, you're not putting your sunglasses on.
So I think what's triggering for me is when there's all these different things. It was mostly her friends telling her and complaining to her about this. I didn't see her reciprocating that because she was explaining, he dyes his hair, he bleaches his hair for the season.
She had a little giggle.
She had a giggle.
I know.
But not in the way that...
That's how he likes his hair for rugby season.
Correct. But like not in the way that Courtney would go to like every other person on the planet and talk to them about her problems before the person who's actually directly involved in it.
Uh-huh.
So it wasn't that, but I think I'm still upset by what Courtney's been doing, that frustration carried over here in this scene.
Okay.
A little bit. So I think maybe that's where it's coming from.
Yeah.
I think I found the source.
Her friends like him, though.
Her friends
aside
do.
from the hair,
Yeah.
And she does have a conversation with him about how she knows that she's got to meet him halfway, and she's not really doing that. So she's waiting for him to run out of patience at some point.
Yeah, because then that's what her friends are pointing out. Well, halfway for you guys is like really far away.
Yeah.
That's not. You guys are complete opposite ends for that. So even finding middle ground is like a really big stretch. But
well, are they incompatible then?
That's the question. That's what it comes down to. So is he going to wait for her? Is she going to be able to adapt to that? I think the core issue that I'm seeing is that she's not addressing stuff.
I think she already decided they're incompatible. To be honest, like the vibe I've gotten from her is that she is inflexible and she doesn't want to change these things about herself. Like she's not really looking to change anything to meet somebody halfway. She was looking to meet her match.
So, and not to get that confused too, because then that's what they kind of brought this up in the group therapy stuff too, when Paul was talking about like changing yourself for a relationship. And it's like, well, there's different ways of doing that because it's not, the Sandy from Greece sort of changing yourself that we're talking about here in this regard.
Yeah.
Because like they compared it to where Devin had to like dial back. He's dimming himself. He's kind of limiting down and dampening instead of like expanding upon that. So like, is that good? No, that's not great. Because you have somebody who's telling you, hey, like, do less. And so that's what they need from you.
Be less,
do less. I can't handle more. So, like, that's rough to hear constantly, too. Mm-hmm. So he's going to hit a breaking point with that at some point.
It's like, you have too many needs.
Well.
Be less. You're too boisterous. She also doesn't like his personality.
What I'm running into, I keep coming back to, is where it's like, if she was able to dial in on like turning up some of that emotional capacity that she is really staying away from right now, and she's not engaging in stuff, she is just trying to ignore things, sweep things under the rug, and then move past everything. If she actually did engage in some of that, I think it would be good. I think he would be able to help her work through a lot of her emotions.
Well, there's a difference between changing your personality and who you are for a relationship and addressing like maybe toxic cycles that you've been involved in.
Adapting and growing.
Yeah.
And changing.
Which I think is what they're trying to ask her to do.
Right.
And
they're
then-
saying, hey, is this working for you? Is this helping your relationship? Not really.
Whereas I feel like he's being asked to change his personality and needs to better fit her.
To dial it back
Uh-huh.
so that you can accommodate where she is in this emotionally crippled state, basically. And it's like, oh,
Yeah.
that's not good.
Because I don't think it's like an unreasonable expectation from somebody that if they have a partner, that person wants to spend time with them.
Right.
I mean, maybe not every moment.
Not every moment of every day.
But again, they're talking about meeting in the middle.
Correct.
So I don't know about these two.
They said
I think it seems kind of hopeless.
They said that they would be undecided. They both did, agreed on undecided if it were decision day.
Well, I don't think anybody's going to say I'm a no.
I don't think anybody's going to outright say no.
Yeah.
I mean, even the people that we thought should have said no, but like, it's a little bit different. We got Felipe and Tori as well, which not a lot of footage. Not a lot of footage this chunk
We're
either.
not getting enough of them. I keep saying it because I think there's a lot of potential for them to get in a huge fight.
I think so.
And it just hasn't happened yet.
It could. Yeah, they keep giving us like the fluff. They're trying to make them a feel-good couple, and I already know how this one's going to end. So like, please do not even try to get me on board with rooting for this couple.
No. So they go to the dinner. And Felipe is declaring how committed he is to being a good husband.
Well, they're like running the entire conversation. They're asking all the questions. They're like the mom and dad
the cornerstone couple.
The cornerstone couple, the picturesque, perfect couple. Well, aside from Adam and Marissa, who are obviously knocking it out of the park by not talking either.
Right.
So at least Felipe and Tori are having conversations. I think the problem is Felipe is just saying everything that comes into his head.
It's more Felipe keeps confessing things.
Confessions.
And then Tori refuses to react to them.
Well, her body reacts in different ways. There's a rejection that happens.
Yeah.
And so that becomes apparent because, yes, the body keeps score. We know this. This is a very real thing. This is a true thing.
I cackled when they walked in and he said that. And Lisa was like, he's so solid, Paul.
Oh, we picked a good one. Look at us. Look
at Felipe. He's excelling. He's doing so much better than we thought he would. You know, when he didn't show up for the 18 Zoom calls that were part of this interview process.
You remember Paul, right?
Remember all the hours that you wasted rescheduling meetings with him? Look, he showed up on time to the couples dinner. See, men like this, we need to stop applauding them when they do the bare minimum.
Because this is not even bare minimum. Like, this is below bare minimum.
Mm-hmm.
Still, this is basic function stuff. You made it to the thing that you were supposed to be at. Fucking great.
Right, when there's an entire camera crew, dozens of people involved in this production to create this show.
And he probably wouldn't have been if Tori didn't remind him that they had to go. So,
good point.
Credit where credit's due. It was probably Tori. Tori's responsible.
She's really keeping him on track.
Anything that's going good for Felipe right now is to the credit of Tori.
I want to talk about how in almost every soundbite we have of him, he talks about how hot she is.
Yes.
I feel like he is trying to talk himself into being monogamous.
Correct.
Yeah.
That is the red flag.
He's like, reminder, she's really hot.
She's beautiful.
So
she's gorgeous.
I should not cheat on her.
Also, what was the other one too? There was another red flag thing that he kept saying, and I did not like where that was going. But it was mostly about the looks, and then also about how they're great on paper.
Yes.
That is something that he has said multiple times to multiple people at different instances on this show.
It's because he's not really feeling it.
He's not fully in. Yeah. So like he's
trying to talk himself into it.
He's constantly trying to talk himself into it.
Mm-hmm. So then they get talking to Tori at the couples dinner about how she had a visceral reaction to having sex with Felipe.
I don't think she's the first, but yeah, like, and it probably won't be the last for her either. Like, yeah you're going to have more of these. So this was your body trying to say like, like get out. She
said it had nothing to do with him. And I'm like, wrong.
Allegedly.
Incorrect.
I disagree, but okay, sure. That's
You know
your
what I
experience.
think it had something to do with when you sat down and had lunch and he was like, so I've cheated before. And it's really funny because I forgot about it. And then you were like, yeah, one time I just like moved out overnight when a man cheated on me.
Yeah.
And became besties with the girl that he cheated with.
I think it's when you hear something where you're married to this person, but you hear something that like, if I heard this on a date, I wouldn't I wouldn't date this person again.
It was a deal breaker.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like, it's those
She's
types
trying
of
to
things.
look past what is a deal breaker for her in a relationship.
Correct. She's fighting every instinct that is screaming inside of her right now.
But instead, she just keeps saying, I'm avoidant. I'm an avoidant.
And I don't like
That's what it
to
is.
burden other people with my emotional baggage.
I think that's true.
I think that is true.
Which, unfortunately, in this experience, you need to talk to other people to kind of work through your feelings in the timeline that you have.
To a certain extent, because then there are couples. Well, I'm just saying, like, so there are couples like Mecca and Beljalie, where if they took all of the advice that they were receiving from other people, I don't think they would be in a very good spot.
I'm not saying you need to take the advice.
No, but for her, she needs to talk to as many people as possible.
Yeah, because right now, it's all internal.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know if we can trust what's going on upstairs.
Oh, boy.
I think there's a lot of Botox maybe blocking some receivers.
Yeah, I still can't get a solid read on her, you guys. Like, I know that she's concerned. I know that she's scared at different times when Felipe is saying things, and you don't know what's about to come out of his mouth. And I think she has heard worse things than what they're showing us on the show at this point in time, episode 7, 8, 9. So, yeah, it's still hard to get a read on her, but I'm trying. I'm trying my best.
Something I think is going to make it hard for her to end this relationship is that his parents are like really awesome.
His parents are so sweet. They are the sweetest.
They raised a monster.
Well, she keeps crediting them
great.
with, oh, thank you for raising such a good guy. And they're like, are you sure? Are you sure?
You haven't gotten to know him that well yet.
That's
why we brought you gifts like bread and cheese and wine.
Maybe don't directly associate us with him as much in your mind for now, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
no, it was so sweet when his mom was talking to her and was like basically extending that she was there to help Tori just like Tori was one of her own children.
Yeah.
I'm like, maybe we could do a trade after this.
Right? Yeah.
You know, like you don't like your parents. We don't like Felipe.
Yeah.
Maybe we could just swap.
We'll adopt you, basically, is what we could end up doing, maybe.
We'd love to have a responsible kid to take over the restaurant one day.
God, we need one.
Yeah.
We've been waiting.
They love her.
They love her so much. And I mean, she's great.
But they know he's going to fuck this up.
Oh, they're just waiting. They're just waiting for that phone call. That's what she's like. Yeah, anytime. 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, whenever he comes stumbling in, you can call us and let us know that he's fucking it up.
We've done it before.
Yeah, we've been there.
We'll come collect him.
Even though that was what Felipe was trying to like discredit that his parents like Tori so much. He's like, my mom loves all my girlfriends. She always has loved all my girlfriends. And then his dad looked over and went, nope. Just shook his head silently and said, incorrect. We have not enjoyed or loved
many of them. Most of them, to be honest.
Of Felipe's girlfriends? No. Incorrect. Do not put that evil on us.
Then he's talking to his dad about the concept of monogamy. Seems so difficult in practice. You know, I've been a monogamous for about 2 weeks.
It's the passion. The passion of the Felipe is what we are very concerned with in this block of episodes.
Uh-huh. How are we going to be able to make it last?
The fire, the fuel.
How am I going to sleep with one woman for the rest of my life when there are so many other women out there?
Even though she's so beautiful. She is beautiful and we are perfect for each other on paper. Remind myself of that again.
Yeah.
One more time. But yeah, what do we do?
Is he going to cheat on her before this is even over?
He's going to get bored. I think he knows he's going to get bored if he's not already bored. I think he was bored on the honeymoon.
Uh-huh.
I think he was.
Yeah. It's
And
been a while
there.
since he's had some snow.
Yeah. It's getting tough.
It's not the same when your girl won't, do lines off of the toilet seat in your parents' restaurant
Not
bathroom
the toilet
with you.
Seat. Don't do it off the toilet seat.
He'll do it anywhere he can.
Oh, no.
He knows it was cleaned. He works there.
Is Mecca in there? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Slurping it up.
So his dad's like trying to talk him into this, right? You don't understand. Having a companion is kind of the point of monogamy.
It's different.
There's always a safe port that you can come back to.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of bored, though. So that's the trade-off, is where it's like,
so many other ports I haven't explored yet.
Yeah, I like to keep my ports open. Yeah, keep the ports going and have all my options for docking as needed.
Mm-hmm. No, when he said, I need to be super consistent every single day or I'll fuck it up.
We know you're going to fuck it up.
What do you mean by that?
I know you're going to fuck it up.
I feel like this is like a double
he's already
meaning.
been
It's
DMing.
like his sobriety and it's about cheating on her.
Okay. Well, I think they go hand in hand.
They do.
I think as soon as he gets some coke in him,
yeah,
he's going to be hitting it up. Everybody's going to be everywhere.
You already thought that he looked kind of hungover.
I thought he looked hungover.
Of his commentary.
So I don't know if that was just, if he was partying boozing or if it was, some other substances that were involved in play.
Maybe he had a couple drinks at the dinner.
Maybe something. But yeah, look, he looked a little rough, a little worse for wear, I suppose, in a couple different ways.
So then they go to group therapy.
Oh, no.
And the experts are trying to address this concern about losing the passion.
The passion.
And they're like, you can't always have butterflies. There's not always going to be this excitement in your relationship forever.
And that's literally like a neurological, that's your brain chemistry stuff that's happening. So like, yeah, you're not designed to do that for your entire life. Mm-hmm. It doesn't work like that. So if you're expecting that to be your indicator of a successful relationship, stop doing that because it's wrong. You're wrong.
Felipe's like, I got to feel something.
I got to feel it.
I need some sensations in my body.
I'm sensory seeking, baby. Like I need something to get me going here.
This man's not going to be able to stick with this.
No.
He's like, I thrive on uncertainty.
Ugh.
All I want is to not know what tomorrow is going to bring. And as soon as that's gone, I'm bored. Safety, predictability, not words I associate with myself.
I needed more reaction shots of Tori for this.
I know.
To say, are you hearing any of this?
Tori is giving fembot, isn't she?
Tori.
Like, she's not, like, is there a human in there?
She is. I think.
Is there a motherboard? Is it sparking?
She doesn't want to. She doesn't want to argue with him, I guess. Like, why? What is she getting out of this so far? Like, what have we experienced?
I think I said early on, like, I'm not sure if she kind of just collects information.
Uh-huh.
And then the minute he messes up, like, she's giving him the rope, right?
Yeah.
And then as soon as something goes wrong, she's going to be like, bye-bye.
Right.
But until then, she won't utter a word.
Okay.
I think that that's her vibe.
That could be a thing.
But in the meantime, it's weird to watch.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I know. Because
it's making me uncomfortable.
Doesn't any of this bother you? Because he's saying a lot that should be red flags.
Should be. Yeah, these are all bad things. So I don't know if she's just looking at it as like, oh, well, we're married. I'm committed. So like, if she's just in it until something happens, and then she's going to be...
I think that's what it is.
Breaking, yeah.
Where it's like, he may say things that are off-putting or concerning, but like he hasn't done anything yet that has caused me to doubt him.
Oh, I guess. We're not really seeing a lot of her reactions in real time.
No.
I don't think.
She must go into all her interviews and give them nothing.
I don't know what she's doing. I can't clock her, but I worry because I know Felipe is going to mess it up. That is a guarantee. Guaranteed.
The craziest part of this is when they asked them what they would say if today was decision day. They were like, yeah, we would stay married, both of us.
See, that bothers me.
It's a yes.
That bothers me.
It's a yes?
I think she doesn't want to rock the boat, too. Like, that's the thing. She doesn't want to be the problem by being uncertain and not trusting him. Because then that's going to give him a reason to just fuck off then. at that point.
Okay, maybe she has a read on him. I'm trying to give her a lot here.
Yeah, let's try.
Maybe the read is if I start questioning him about these things, that he will use that as an excuse.
Yeah.
When he ultimately does go out and cheat on me.
I don't want this to come back to me.
Like, you drove me to do it.
Correct.
So instead, I'm being overly understanding. That way, there's nothing that traces back to me. It's all your own behavior.
So this is their standoff, is because he's waiting for her to give him a hard time, so then he has a pass to cheat.
And she's refusing to do that.
In his mind. And then, yeah, she's refusing to do that. So then she's waiting for him to just go and cheat, because then that's on him. So that's the stalemate that they've found themselves at, and they're just kind of staring each other in the eye as that continues to happen.
And Felipe will lose that duel.
I think so. Yeah, he's going to flinch for sure. Definitely on that one. Well, let's take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with Sean and Nikki, you guys.
Sean and Nikki. Like, I feel like we could just record about them if we wanted to.
Probably.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, a thesis could be written on these two people.
Yeah.
Like, maybe one of the worst couples to ever been matched on Married at First Sight.
But also, they have the potential to click into, hear me out. They have the potential to click into a codependency like no other. Okay.
So?
Like, I think that they are opposing forces right now, but if they get on the same side, or if they find a common enemy, unstoppable.
Okay.
Unstoppable.
They better start searching.
I'm telling you.
So the couple's dinner, Nikki shows up alone.
Right.
Because they make this whole thing of everybody walking in together and how good they look.
Yeah.
And
who's holding hands.
yeah, they're analyzing things. And then she walks in completely alone.
She's telling people, small talk, yeah, Sean had a work thing, so he's unable to attend. And then he walks in alone, and it's like, wait a minute.
I loved that the experts were like, so they got into a fight before this. And they decided to show up separately, and she wasn't sure if he was going to come, so she said that he had a work thing.
Dr. Lisa was like, I've seen this play out.
Yeah.
I've seen this scenario
This
before.
is not our first day on Earth, Nikki.
No. Yeah, Nikki telling people it's a work event. And then he just says hi to everybody else, does not talk to his wife. So it was like, okay, all right. So now we're going to sit down at the table. And while everybody else is going through their couple conversations, that's addressing the table and telling everybody how their experience has been and how wonderful it is and whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Because we're saving the best for last.
Of course. Nikki leans over to Sean. And she's like, yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to talk about this without embarrassing you. And it's like, oh, shit.
So I feel like that was condescending.
It was.
And also like a little threatening.
A warning.
Like, just so you know,
Yes.
I've been thinking through all the things I'm going to say about you.
Oh, I got stuff to say. I got stuff I want to talk about.
Oh my God.
But like, I don't know how that's going to benefit you. So they get into a contest, though, where it's always, they're pointing the finger at each other of who's the bigger problem.
Mm-hmm.
Because every time Nikki talks, Sean's the problem. Every time Sean talks, Nikki's the problem. So that seems to be the trend here. Sean picked up on it, though, where he realized if I say anything in front of this group, they're not going to like it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to let her talk.
Now, the experts took that almost as if he was shutting down.
Correct.
Don't believe that,
No, I
right?
think this was a strategy choice. This was self-preservation at its finest for this man. Because he was realizing, I'm losing the room. I'm losing the room already.
Yeah.
But the more that she talks, she'll lose the room more and faster than I would.
I'll just sit there and look like the victim.
So I'll just stay quiet.
Yep, that's what he did.
Self-preservation. That's the move.
So she starts right away with, he's making it look like it's all me. And then when he finally gets a chance to talk, which has to be prompted by the group, because they're like, he hasn't even really had a chance to say anything.
They want to hear from him.
Can we hear from him? What he says is, I try to say something to Nikki and then she hears something different.
They're not communicating. They're not connecting
Uh-huh.
in that way where, if he says something, then it's taken very personally. It's an attack. Because I think they both have hair trigger responses to things. So what we end up with is, as soon as that happens, you lost them for the whole conversation. Now we're fighting. Like, this isn't a discussion or a debate or anything else.
They go right on the defense.
It's right to the immediate response of all the different things that you did that put me into this circumstance.
Now, I'm kind of conflicted about Sean because I do think that sometimes he says things to upset her.
Yes.
But acts like he didn't.
Correct.
Like, he does coat an insult or a criticism in a way that then when she does read into it, he's like, whoa, whoa.
Whoa, whoa.
But then there are other times when I do think he's saying something and he doesn't think that it's a negative thing.
Or he's asking something.
And she
then
takes it that way.
Right. But that's the problem of, if you are combative.
You can't be like that.
If you are combative in passive aggressive ways where you are saying things with a double meaning that you're trying to cut, and then you get called out for it, then yes, there are going to be other times where that's the default interpretation of what's happening. Mm-hmm. Even though, oh no, that wasn't it. You're interpreting that wrong. So having that sort of response. The other problem that we're running into is where when they do fight, it's just escalation on top of escalation. So they trigger each other in these ways where it is like a chain reaction, a nuclear bomb that's going off. It just
gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
It keeps going. It is you cannot stop this chain reaction from happening.
And then she tries to diffuse, but he wants to keep going.
It depends, because I think they have
one of them wants to win.
Right. Yeah, I think it becomes a competition for them, and I think they take turns on who is the one who wants to duke it out, because there are a lot of times where we've seen Sean as the one who wants to keep things going. And then as soon as Nikki gets an upper hand in the conversation, then he doesn't want to continue the conversation anymore. Right. So then it's like, oh, okay, that's interesting. But then I would say Nikki kind of escalated after the couple's dinner. They were fighting and continuing to fight. She kept throwing stuff at him. So it was like, he wasn't really diffusing, but he wasn't engaging, and she was getting frustrated. Off. So I think they do. That is still.
That's why I feel like it's both of them.
It is both of them.
Because I think that, like, because Sean started off on such a bad foot, right?
Yes.
With how sexually aggressive he was being and just like some of the gross stuff that he was saying, I feel like Nikki is kind of getting a pass, because you can understand why someone would be on the defense against that.
Right.
But it's evolved beyond that. We've had so many conversations from there, and she is just as toxic as him. It's both of them. Yeah,
because I mean, Mecca was calling out some things where he's like, look, Nikki, maybe are you not taking full accountability for stuff? Like, he was kind of trying to, like, let's explore that, since that's what was brought up. Like, would you be willing to talk about that?
Where were the cameras for that double date?
Oh,
because
man.
Mecca and Beljoli went on a double date with Sean and Nikki, which
sounds like it went bad.
Imagine how uncomfortable that would be.
Uh-huh.
Because they got in a fight as they're at the date.
Yes. So, so Mecca and Beljoli like experienced that firsthand. They got to see a Sean and Nikki fight in the flesh right before their eyes, and it was like a train wreck, I'm sure. So they didn't talk about it too extensively of what happened. They didn't mention how that was, but he did ask the question, like, do you maybe you're not taking full accountability for stuff? Like, potentially you could have a little bit more involvement in the process here.
I wish we had gotten to know what Belle thought of the whole thing.
What happened? Yeah.
What her perspective was.
Right, because it kind of does look like, I mean, Mecca tried to call it out where he's like, I'm not just trying to jump in and, like, agree with Sean because he's a guy, but, like, it does kind of play off that way a little bit. So the conversation doesn't get better necessarily, though, because then as Nikki is continuing, then Devin was trying to, like, chime in on, maybe there's, like, an ego thing that's happening between the two of you, because, like, once that gets involved, he goes into a whole lecture.
Which 1,000%.
Oh,
that is, their egos are both a problem for them.
Spot on. That's exactly what the issue is. But Sean's not even listening because he's pulled out his phone and he's scrolling on his phone now, even though Devin is right across the table from him talking about his relationship Sean's not that engaged in the conversation. Doesn't care what's going on.
Which the experts see that from the green room, but nobody else at the table calls him out for it.
No, nobody did. So that was wild to make a note of that.
Isn't that like a narc thing?
Well,
I mean, I don't want to accuse everybody of being a narcissist,
No, it's
but it's to make
disrespectful.
somebody feel like you're not really that interested in what they're saying.
Well, I think
to make
that
it apparent.
That's his point, is that it's like, I don't need to be taking relationship advice from you.
Yeah.
A
27-year-old.
A 27-year-old rugby player.
Yeah.
So it's just like,
well, you're doing pretty badly in your relationship, Sean.
Honestly,
I don't think the extra 20 years has really done you much good.
You might need to take some notes. From the guy. Like, honestly,
I think we should be taking feedback from wherever we can get it at this point, because
room for improvement. Yeah,
you guys are like getting a 0.
We have that for sure. Nikki loses the room.
Yep.
Nikki, what's hilarious about it, though, is she was quoting Sean. And that's the line that people go, ooh, because she was talking about how they were fighting at the airport. She was trying to de-escalate by getting up and leaving. But as soon as she stood up, Sean then said, oh, you're getting aggressive. You're towering over me.
Okay.
Look at this posture you've taken.
But then she said, I'm 5'5" and I'm towering over him.
Okay. Okay.
Everybody then took that as a height comment.
Okay. Right. And then maybe.
Which maybe it was a little.
Maybe.
I think that she was saying it like, I'm 5'5", like you're scared of me.
Right. Yeah. But I think that was the point that people were getting at earlier, was where it was like, do you think maybe you have some contribution to this, where you're accusing him of like doing this stuff or saying these things that are very offensive to you in the moment, where you're reacting in the way that you react. And now we've just watched you do it while talking about your relationship, and everybody in the room agrees that like that was kind of out of pocket for what you were saying. So like, do you understand what we're saying from an accountability standpoint now?
No. She really doesn't take that and consider it much.
No, not so much.
Because they walk out of here and she starts getting on Sean about how he made her look so bad.
You made me sound horrible. See, that was the part for me where I was like, okay, did they edit down any of the stuff that Sean was saying? Because Nikki was doing most of the talking.
Confused.
Nikki was talking for the most part.
Yeah, I thought it appeared that she came into that dinner with an agenda, which was to reveal to everybody how horrible Sean is.
Right.
And then they walked out of there and she acted like that's what he did to her.
Yes. She was upset by that.
Which I do feel like some of the other conversations they have had have gone a similar way.
Right.
So I don't know if it is the editing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's how she perceives things.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think they did, because then that's what it had me questioning, though, because I was like, what did I miss of Sean saying stuff that made her look bad? I think she did enough talking that made her look bad on her own.
Yeah, she buried herself.
She really did.
Yeah.
So then she was upset that, Sean was perceived as not the problem. Maybe it is Nikki as the problem. So I think she was very upset by that. Then they were basically going to sleep in not even different rooms. I think she was like going back to her place.
Oh yeah, she was like, I can't stay here.
I don't want to stay here.
I mean, I don't blame her, because they probably would have just fought all night.
Yeah, probably. I mean, the annoying part too is where Sean was like, oh, I think you should stay here, because then that allows room for friendly conversation to pick up and stuff. And it's like, I don't think we're going to be doing any friendly conversation, dude. And like, to just pretend like none of that happened.
And that's coming off of the heels of, not only did she accuse him of like purposely trying to make her look worse than she is, she also was like, yeah, you have a lot of problems and I'm not a doctor. So like,
I can't fix you. Well, I think that was an interesting part too, was through that fight, some of the things that they were saying as part of that. Well, maybe he was the one who was saying that.
I think he was being passive aggressive when he was like, well, I'm done fighting with you. Okay. Right. I'm not going to fight with you anymore. And also it does sound like I'm the problem.
Yeah.
It sounds like I have a lot of problems. So maybe you can fix me.
Right.
Like, none of that was said in good faith.
No. And then maybe he was the one who I was thinking of the person who said, "Oh, I just wanted to marry somebody so that they'd love me." And like that was the part of this fight where it was, "Oh, I guess I had a lot of problems and maybe you could have fixed them." And she's like, "I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical doctor or whatever." So it's just, no, that's not on
a doctor of education.
A doctor of education, like some other people in the room. But like, again, going back to Devin and Caitlin, where there's certain things that like you need to do. You need to do the work.
They both need to figure out what it is about themselves that causes their relationships to blow up. Because I think what they're not expressing is this is nothing new. Right. That they've both experienced this in past relationships.
Yeah, I think that's why they both don't like talking about past relationships, because then that will just prove that like
that they are contributing to the problem.
This has been
in their own ways
a known issue in the past.
Yes.
And it's a repeated thing that keeps happening. So they go to couples therapy with Paul, and Paul sits them down and has them rate where do you think your marriage stands? 0 being like the worst thing ever, 10 being absolutely perfect, flawless. Where are we falling on that scale? And Nikki's like, I don't know, like a 2 probably. It's real bad, real low. And Sean's like, I'll give it a 7.5.
Excuse me?
7.5? But like, why would you do that?
In what alternate timeline is this a 7.5?
Well, that's what Paul is so confused. He's like, you guys have 2 very different experiences of this marriage. So like, what makes you say 2? What makes you say 2? What makes you say 7.5? Because I'm having trouble understanding where you guys can both be in the same relationship and have such different experiences going on.
Also, come on, Sean's lying.
Sean's lying. He is
very
posturing.
Obviously. I think he wants to make it look like he's optimistic.
He is. Yeah, he's married to potential.
Mm-hmm. Like, oh, it's not that bad. I mean, we've had our differences, but it's nothing
we argue every once in a while.
It's nothing I think we couldn't work through.
Right.
That's all on her end.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Again, it's calculated.
Yes. So Paul is giving them the instruction then, okay, just like we did here of rating the marriage, do that every day. Rate your marriage and just see how that goes. Because both of you are complaining about feeling unheard. But if everybody's talking at each other and nobody's listening, then what are we doing? Like, what's the point of all of this?
Well, I think he wants them to rate the relationship every day so that they can also make sure they're on the same page.
Yeah.
Because they're complaining that they live in these alternate realities, apparently.
Well, yeah. Because if you're walking around thinking things are pretty good today, and your partner is thinking we are in the dumps, it's terrible, then yeah, that might be dealt with in a different way.
Well, and it's going to force them to reflect and have a conversation about what happened.
Oh my God, because once they start talking through a couple different things, he's asking them to give answers or like repeat back what was said, like they're trying to reciprocate these different parts of the conversation, and Sean's going into these huge, long-winded responses, all this stuff that's going on. And then Paul's like, that was great for a dissertation. I'm asking you to like console your wife for not feeling heard. So can you do that in like less words, maybe? Because you went into a whole thing about all these great relationship things that need to take place. None of that had to do with comforting your wife for the thing that she's currently experiencing. And so they kind of both made the realization, if we use less words, then the answers are better.
There's less for us to pick apart.
Yeah.
When the other person uses less words. So it turns out we converse better that way.
I like less talking is better for us.
Yes.
Agreed. Limit that.
Agreed.
Yes.
The less you guys talk, the better.
Yeah. So they eat dinner. They drink whiskey that she bought him, a heavy pour. But I don't think we've...
I thought that was brave of him to
Yeah.
consume something that she provided.
It was a fresh bottle. He broke the seal on it. So
Okay.
I don't think he's going to be going back to it now that it's open. But
Just to be safe.
Yeah, just to be safe. But they're both, making progress here. They're both admitting they have big egos. This is like a big breakthrough conversation for them. Because this was the CPR lesson that they learned from Paul. Because it's the root of every argument is it's a... I can't remember the acronym now. CPR, something with C, something with power, and something with closeness, power, or Respect is what it ends up being. The root cause of that. So this is like a watershed, groundbreaking moment for Sean. He's gonna come up with a whole curriculum for marriage counseling based on CPR.
Right. Is what you're saying meant to bring you closer? Is it bringing you closer or further apart?
Right.
And then is there a power dynamic? Are you fighting to win? And then respect, are you trying to just make the other person respect you?
Right.
Rather than kind of like understand your perspective.
Mm-hmm. So they're kind of realizing, okay, yeah, there are some knee-jerk reactions when we communicate because we've kind of built up these defenses that we've had because we're both underestimated Black professionals in our careers. And we have, these experiences that shaped us in our individual sense. But now if we bring those elements into our marriage, it's not serving us here.
Well, and I think one of the things that we've all felt about the way they've been interacting is it feels like they're in a corporate setting, right? Or an academic setting. It's like they can't leave their professional life and have a private life.
Right.
And communicate differently.
Because they've only had professional life. They don't have a private life. So they don't know how to navigate that.
Like that's the only way they know how to communicate.
Right. What I'm worried about, though, is that the ranking of the marriage stuff, because then that's what we see when they go to group therapy into episode 9 for them. They both scored their relationship 10 out of 10. The first day that they did that after therapy. Top notch.
They're going back to the same thing they've been doing, where we hit a rock bottom.
Yes.
And then we're rebounding the next day to like now things are better than ever.
They have hit the fights are their resets.
Mm-hmm.
This is like a Plath family dynamic too, where it's like you have your big blow up and then you can reset all of your rivalries that you have going on. So it's like wrestling. It's like pay-per-views, like that's what happens. So you build and build and build, and then you have your big blowout and then reset things. So they are on the reset. Now I feel like with the scoring thing that they're doing, the 10 out of 10, they're just walking on eggshells now.
Yeah.
Like they've become aware of, I'm going to be hypersensitive to the fact that is my partner on to me? Where I'm like, I'm trying to get my jabs in or whatever. Like, no, I'll be on my best behavior then. So
that's what it is. They're both on their best behavior because they don't want to be the one who causes the next fight.
Yes.
They don't want to look guilty.
Because that'll be bad. So now that this is their stalemate that they're at.
And I also think they're coming into group therapy. I just feel that both of them are used to succeeding in their fields.
Yeah.
So it's hard for them to walk into this experience and realize that they are at the bottom of the barrel.
Right.
So I think they're doing everything possible to not be the worst.
They're trying to claw their way back.
Yeah, which is why Nick is like, I feel like I've missed like 10 chapters. Yeah. Like, how did we go from what we saw at the group dinner to now you guys being like, we had a day where like it was a 10 out of 10. Like relationship
10.
could not have been better.
Nick was shocked and he's like, well, I'll keep an eye on it from now on because like I must have missed something here. Like clearly.
We all did.
Yeah. And but
they need to stop playing with us is what they need to stop doing.
The realizations.
This is bullshit.
They were trying to say that, there were these big breakthroughs that they had, thankfully, because of Paul's direction.
Sure.
And that's what we have. Everybody remembers the dinner, though, the experts are like, oh, well, that's great. My advice helped you? Okay, that's cool.
They're like, wow.
That's good.
We cured them.
I'll put that on my resume.
Like, fixed. This relationship can only go up from here. And everyone else is like, what we saw was pretty irreparable.
Yeah, Michelle and Cameron were like, what?
If I had to put a word on it, it was
irreconcilable differences. I think that was going to be the term that was going to be flying around here.
And if today was decision day, they would both be undecided.
Undecided. That's
2 days ago, it would have been a no. Hard no.
Oh, gosh.
Pass.
Yeah,
Thank you,
absolutely
next.
not. But even after 10 out of 10, you wouldn't want to stay in a 10 out of 10 marriage?
Yeah,
You're undecided on a 10 out of 10?
It makes me so uncomfortable whenever we get like a Stepford interaction between them.
Yeah.
When they're pretending that everything's good.
They're just trying to keep it light.
Yeah.
And fresh. And easy going. But it's making me wildly uncomfortable the entire time because it's not real. They are walking on eggshells, and there's only a matter of time before somebody's going to blow.
That's the first half of our couples. So make sure you jump over to part 2, the next episode, where we're going to be talking about everybody else.